Bleecker Family Law Firm has rebranded and expanded their services to serve the LGBTQ and Latino communities here in Charleston. Today, I talk one-on-one with Anne Frances Bleecker of the Bleecker Family Law Firm for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Anne Frances Bleecker, welcome back to the award-winning Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Obviously, we know you around Charleston as obviously the lawyer and owner of the Bleecker Family Law Firm. And of course, for many, many years, you were a Charleston City Councilwoman. But now I understand that your law firm is rebranding and has expanded services to the Latino and LGBT communities. What does the Latino and the LGBT communities need right now from the Bleecker Family Law Firm?
Well, they need our attorneys and our paralegals and our work in the family court. We now have a translationally fluent attorney. Sue Chang is on our staff, and Carolina Ramirez is our receptionist. So when Hispanic speaking clients call the office, they're welcomed by someone who understands them and speaks their language. We've always been available to the LGBT community, but now we've targeted that market because we really want to reach out and help LGBTQ clients with their legal needs in the family court.
And what exactly are the services that you will provide to the Latino and LGBT communities?
Well, we're a full-service family court law firm. We provide divorce, child custody issues, separation, alimony questions, child support questions, name changes. That's an issue that happens in the LGBTQ community. We've gotten a lot of calls for people who, for transgender reasons, wish to change their name, and that's something we can help you with. But really, any issue that would arise under the umbrella of the family courts in South Carolina, we're here to help you with.
And what other resources does your office have to help the transgender community?
Well, we've been endorsed by AFA, which is a wonderful organization in Charleston. We're excited about that affiliation. We are, are understanding, we're compassionate. We're a law firm of all women. Which is something that I've always prided myself on since I founded the law firm in 1997. We're compassionate, we're caring, we're hardworking, and we are understanding, and people should never feel intimidated about bringing their personal legal issues to us.
And speaking of which, obviously you just mentioned 1997. What is the biggest difference from 1997 and 2021, obviously, when you think of the law?
Wow, there have been so many changes in family court, in the family courts and family law in South Carolina since 1997. With regard to the LGBT community, we now have, same-sex marriage in South Carolina. That didn't happen until the last 10 years. And there have been lots of progress in areas of child custody, relocation of parents. There have been changes in alimony laws, and just a variety of different changes. For me personally, I've expanded the size of the law firm, which has been very rewarding. I love the energy of having lots of lawyers and paralegals around me. We've got a deeper bench than we had in 1997. And it's always wonderful to have a lot of great minds working together on people.
Yes, ma'am. And you talked earlier about, obviously, for lack of a better word, child custody. What is that challenge like right now for the LGBT communities?
Well, I think that, they're on the same standard as, more traditional couples who have children. There are adoption issues in LGBTQ cases. Adoption is something that we don't handle, but we can refer you out to do adoptions. I'm sorry, Quintin, go on.
Go. I'm sorry, there's a little delay in the Zoom here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But LGBTQ couples who have children have the same custody problems when they divorce, that more traditional couples have in their lives.
And I know that obviously to accommodate that it's expanding team. You obviously, just as you mentioned, expect to operate the new offices right there on Savannah Highway. And you just mentioned that Sue Chan joined the firm as an associate attorney in October, and you also hired a receptionist as well. What other accommodations that you've actually made thus far?
I'd also like to tell you about Beverly Snellgrove,
Sure.
who's been with our firm for about a year, and Melissa Samandi. Beverly worked for a number of years for the Department of Social Services. So she has great insight for people who have challenges with the Department of Social Services. She can handle not only a DSS action, but she can handle a private action associated with DSS. Melissa Samandi is our youngest lawyer, youngest in age, but with tons of experience in the family court. And she brings all kinds of wonderful energy and insight into the practice. We also have Betty Granton with us. Betty worked for a number of years for the Department of Social Services, and Betty is a paralegal. Of course, we've got Rachel Cosby, who's been with me forever, who's probably the best paralegal in the state of South Carolina, and I don't say that lightly. And we are getting ready to move this ship down the street to 519 Savannah Highway to a beautiful new office building down there, which we're very excited about. We'll have 2 huge conference rooms. I'm a certified mediator and certified arbitrator.
Right.
Alternative dispute resolution is mandatory in the family courts in South Carolina. So I think it'll afford me the opportunity to do more mediations. Where you bring in the lawyer and one side of a case, one client, and the other client and lawyer, and we put them in 2 separate rooms, and I go back and forth and try and negotiate a settlement for them.
And
that's all very exciting.
Oh, very much so. And with COVID, how are you arbitrating things these days, particularly with the LGBT and the Latino communities?
Well, we do a lot on Zoom. Yeah. That's for sure with COVID. And Zoom lets you do breakout rooms, and, that's what we're doing. So lots of Zoom mediations.
And you also said this too in the press release, quote, "We are thrilled to share these exciting milestones with our communities and clients. Our dynamic and energized team always goes to the ultimate length for our clients, and this new brand will further emphasize our mission to provide the best family law representation in South Carolina as we have for more than 20 years. What's the community and your clients saying about these latest milestones?
Well, the response has been tremendous. We've had all kinds of interest from media like you, and all kinds of people interested in hearing about the practice and the growth in the practice, and recognizing that, we're a team of attorneys with years. I mean, I've got 30 years experience in the family court, and we really can bring our personal experience and life lessons to bear in helping people. I practiced, Quintin, you may remember, I practiced in a big law firm before I started mine. And I started this law firm to do exactly what we've done, which is individuals. And we are passionate about helping individuals solve their problems. They're going through one of the most difficult times in their lives if they come in to see us. And we get them through it with wisdom and compassion and fortitude and enthusiasm for helping them solve their problems. And I'm very proud of that.
And you also said this too, as I go back, quote, "Our dynamic and energized team always goes the ultimate length for our clients." What will be the ultimate length for your Latino and LGBTQ clients?
Well, I think it depends. It depends on the problem. Helping, for example, someone in the Hispanic community who doesn't speak English, who is dealing with judges who don't speak Spanish, making sure that, that we have, and we do have in Sue Chang, a translationally fluent attorney who can communicate to the court and communicate to the client. The stress of not being able to communicate with the court and understanding the court system is elevated. Family court cases are stressful cases, and to be able to help a client really understand what is going on and to work with them and ease that stress is very important. And that's the great value in having these Hispanic speaking employees in this law firm now. The LGBT community, come to us with a variety of issues, but we translate their issues into what the family court does and is able to do for them. And again, they come with not knowing what to expect from the judges, from the system, and we can help them translate that and move forward in that vein.
And how will your office continue to help the LGBTQ and obviously the Latino communities as this area grows?
Well, we've got a deep bench. We've got lots of employees. We've got our sleeves rolled up, and they come to us, and we're going to analyze their legal problem, help them make sure that they're as comfortable as possible. I think with our new office space, we'll be able to accommodate even more. It's all very exciting.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of which, you said this quote, we're excited about what 2021 will bring. What did 2020 bring to your office?
Well, I think it afforded us a lot of time to reflect. The pandemic did that, I think, for everybody. We were closed for a period of time. It was an eerie and awkward time. We actually rotated so that someone would be in the office every day, but be in the office alone. And it helped me to reflect. Of course, we expanded. I hired Sue in 2020. I hired Carolina in 2020. Saw the opportunity to expand our services. I mean, we do excellent legal work, and we want to be able to reach out and provide these services to as many people as we can in the Charleston community. So between expanding the staff 2020 and growing the practice and looking forward to the next 10 years is really what I'm doing.
And you talk about the 10 years. What's beyond compare when you think of the Bleecker Family Law Firm?
Well, beyond compare, I think, means going, we go the extra mile. Literally, we listen, we react, we lead. We're very active in the community, all of us. And I serve on the board of Our Lady of Mercy Community Outreach on Johns Island, and I'm passionate about that. I also serve on the Ashley Hall School Foundation Board of Trustees. So I keep myself very active in the community and in my church. All of us are active in different areas of the community and different organizations. So, I mean, we are Charleston centered, but we practice all over the state, and we love our clients wherever they come from and whatever they need. And we are just so grateful for their support of this practice and their enthusiastic support of our
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately,
going forward. Yeah.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, Anne Frances Bleecker, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome back to the award-winning Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you, Quintin. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Likewise.